Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really profound framework from the book 12 Steps to a Good Life. It's all about making a massive shift in how we approach building a good life. Instead of obsessing over what's wrong with us, we're going to intentionally focus our energy on our positive traits. Let me ask you directly, do you ever feel stuck in this endless cycle of self-criticism? The author of our source text actually reflects on spending 50 years trying to fix his own character defects, trying to lose a few pounds, be less angry, stop procrastinating. Does that sound familiar? We spend so much time trying to repair our flaws that we completely forget to look for the good in ourselves. And there's a massive difference between the incredibly draining mindset of constantly trying to fix what's broken versus the empowering paradigm shift of cultivating what's strong. Think about it. When we only focus on our flaws, we're completely ignoring the exact tools we need to thrive. As our source points out, true personal growth and really living a good life requires us to identify and actively cultivate our unique positive traits. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. 1. Looking for the good. 2. The 6 core virtues. 3. Exploring character strengths. 4. Taking your personal inventory. And 5, cultivating your best self. Section 1, looking for the good. To evaluate yourself honestly, you can't just tally up the things you've done wrong. You actually have to actively search for your positive traits, the times you persisted or the times you really helped someone out. But how do we even define what those positive traits are? Well, the solution comes from the field of positive psychology. It's called the Values in Action, or VI, Inventory of Strengths. To help you clarify your personal character, the book details this psychological framework. The text calls it a consensual nomenclature, which, is basically just a fancy scientific way of saying it gives us a common, shared language for understanding human beings' core positive capacities. And this isn't just some random list of nice words. The VI inventory is the result of a truly massive 3-year project. It was led by prominent researchers Peterson and Seligman, and they actually collaborated with 55 distinguished social scientists. Their goal? To review, assemble, research, and classify positive human traits. And this brilliantly illustrates the scale of this thing. They didn't just look at modern psychology. They reviewed 2,500 years of human philosophical thought. Literally everyone from Plato and Aristotle to the major world religions, all to find these universal threads of human goodness. Section 2, the 6 core virtues. So what did those 55 scientists actually find after reviewing 2,500 years of history? Let's take a look at the actual structure of this framework. They discovered that human strengths cluster around 6 core virtues: wisdom and knowledge, courage, humanity, justice, temperance, and transcendence. These 6 act as the foundational umbrella for all human positive traits. Now, some of these are super obvious, right? Like courage or justice. But let's pause and define a couple of the slightly less intuitive ones. Take temperance, for example. In this framework, temperance represents the strengths that protect us against excess, like regulating what you feel and what you do. It's all about self-regulation. Controlling our appetites, managing our emotions, being disciplined. It's basically the virtue that keeps us balanced and grounded. Then there's transcendence. This virtue encompasses the strengths that forge connections to the larger universe and really provide meaning. It's about lifting our heads up from our daily, mundane tasks and experiencing awe, beauty, gratitude, and a sense of purpose that goes way beyond just ourselves. Section 3, exploring character strengths. So these 6 core virtues are pretty broad categories, and we're going to break them down into 24 specific character strengths. But before we do, remember this absolutely crucial rule from our source. Everyone has every single one of these 24 strengths in some measure. You just have certain key strengths that are naturally more developed than others. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these broad virtues turn into highly actionable traits. Look at wisdom and knowledge. It's not just being smart, it actually includes creativity, curiosity, open-mindedness, love of learning, and perspective. And under courage, sure, we see physical bravery, but also persistence, integrity, and vitality, which is essentially approaching life with real excitement and energy. Continuing down the list, we hit our interpersonal and civic strengths. Humanity breaks down into love, kindness, and social intelligence. That's the ability to be acutely aware of the motives and feelings of yourself and the people around you. Meanwhile, justice expands into strengths that help us thrive in communities, like citizenship, fairness, and leadership. Finally, let's look at temperance and transcendence. Temperance includes forgiveness, humility, prudence, and self-regulation. And under transcendence, notice that right alongside appreciation of beauty, gratitude, hope, and spirituality, we actually see humor. Yeah, playfulness and bringing smiles to other people is a highly researched core character strength that's absolutely vital to a good life. Section 4, taking your personal inventory. Okay, we've seen the science, we've seen the list. Now, evaluating yourself against this highly researched list helps you identify your unique positive traits. So it's time for the application phase to really clarify your own values. Let's move to and see how this builds a process the source calls values clarification. Step 1 is simple. Just read the descriptions of the 24 strengths. Step 2, write down the resonant strengths, the ones that truly click with you. Step 3 asks you to arrange those words into 5 or fewer related groups. They just need to make sense to you. And step 4 is to choose a single summary word that captures the whole essence of each group. Here is where the abstract gets completely practical. Step 5 is to take those summary words and construct short, actionable sentences. So if your summary word was harmony, your phrase might be live in harmony. Step 6 is to sort these new phrases to match your true priorities. By the end of this whole process, you've completely transformed a giant list of psychological strengths into personalized, prioritized guiding phrases for your everyday life. Section 5, cultivating your best self. But listen, just having a list of phrases isn't enough. In this final section, we need to talk about how to take those customized phrases and put them into action every single day so you can actively cultivate them. Because insight without action is basically useless. You must find practical activities you can do every single day to support your top 3 phrases. You have to translate your highest values into what the source material calls My First 3 Things, or M3T. Essentially, you take the top 3 phrases from your inventory and figure out practical, tangible activities you can actually execute daily to support them. So the crucial point is mapping these broad values to simple, totally repeatable daily habits. Look at this. If your core value phrase is live in harmony, your daily action could simply be spend time with my family. If it's reach my vision, the action is do assignments promptly. If it's work for self-realization, the daily action might be meditate every day. Working daily on these top 3 priorities builds incredible habits and genuine, lasting progress. This entire process is really all about internal change. The 12 Steps framework reminds us over and over that we can't control the external world, but we can deeply influence our internal one. As the text beautifully puts it, when things change inside you, things change around you. By stopping the obsession with your flaws and systematically cultivating your core strengths, you literally change how you interact with the world. You have 24 scientifically validated strengths just waiting to be developed. And the crazy thing is, you already have every single one of them inside you right now. So the only question left is, which of the 24 strengths will you choose to cultivate today? Start building on your unique positive traits right now. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.